This is just another car channel here. And today we're going to be looking at what it's like to own a project car. So I'm in my 79 Datsun here. And here is, there's the dash. It doesn't have a dash cover because, well, it was all cracked and such. I have some other gauges here, which none of them are actually really hooked up yet. Boost gauge, which only does nothing. It doesn't work at the moment because of the car. I'll show you in a minute. The tachometer, which does work, and that tachometer, which used to work. The speedometer that doesn't, and the gas gauge that lies. So, oh, and that doesn't work anymore either. So, here we go. Here's a attempt to fire it up. We're in neutral, right? You gotta. Okay, I think we're good. Parking brakes on. Good. Here we go. We're just gonna. Oh, it's turned off. Try it once more. Yeah, there's our issue. The battery is done for. And I was charging it most of the day today. So here's what it's like owning a project car. Don't expect it to run good for a while, because then something's going to break. Don't anticipate everything to work all the time, because then something's going to break. If everything's good, something's going to break. The other thing, there is no dash in this. Like, no dash cover, okay? It's all metal. Imagine touching that in the summer when it's like 100 degrees out and if you're just doing something, you're going to burn yourself. You're going to melt your hand off, and then you will not have a hand, so then you'll have to go get an automatic. Oh, and yes, this is a shifter from a truck. The Datsun pickups. It is a lot taller than the stock one because can block. That's why. The glove box, which stores nothing because you can't trust it. That doesn't have a cover over it, which it's supposed to. That is zip tied in and is held in there, and it's quick release if you want to. No, I'm not going to mess with it because I'm going to cut my finger. So, here's wiring for part of the ignition, which it wouldn't have done any difference if I would have flicked that and tried to turn it over. The tachometer, this one right here, is wired through the radio, which that is another wire that goes other places. Here's where the radio goes. Now, yeah, exactly. There's not really a radio in there. There's intake parts. In this, actually, that goes, sorry. That goes right there. This piece covers, oh, my leg's in the way. Here, which the ECU is supposed to go there. It's here, though. They have wires running to and fro. It is not very fun. I did not put the pedal covers on there. That was there when I got it. And the hood thing doesn't really work. The that just kind of hangs there. The cruise hasn't and probably never will work. Just pointing that out. Ooh, and it has auto temp control. Nice, right? Yeah, not very when it doesn't work. So, the steering lock does work, which is a good thing. It's a Datsun though, so I mean, you just like turn it and you can, yeah. A whole bunch of, there's an extension, there's some screws and fuses and more fuses and, yeah. Another thing, all those are blown, because for some reason, project cars like to have electrical issues to where they love to blow fuses, yeah, that's exposed, so You know how that works. If you own a project car, there's tape down there in case you got to tape yourself back together to get home. 2 LED lights because, well, sometimes your headlights don't want to work, so you got to wire them up, and then sometimes they work not, kinda. That's another toggle switch from a Suburban. That's what ran 2 other lights. As I said, because headlights. There's some springs in here. Yep, the other one's there. Because sometimes you gotta lower yourself. And yeah. Miscellaneous exhaust pieces. And some tools. And another light. And, oh yeah, it's this wiring all through there. Which, the back leaks. Oh, here's an exhaust for everyone. There's an air filter. 2 ECUs, not to this car. Another exhaust tip, a towel, a strap, and the Illuminati strap that's in like most 280ZXs. That is that latch mechanism right there. And most of the time it doesn't work. This strap bar tire isn't even to this car. Here's the most everything else, which should be up here. Oh, this car also has no interior, so it kind of echoes. If you couldn't tell, yeah, it's just invisible. Don't worry about it. And decals, because decals are cool. No headliner. The very vague instructions. Yeah, and it's upside down. So, the first one, do not race the engine for longer than 1 minute at high revolutions. That is very vague. Does it mean like high RPMs in general? Or does it mean like high RPMs overall? And like, does the 1 minute mean through its lifetime? Or, yeah, exactly. I'll shut up now. There's wiring for all that goodness. The exterior, which is less than impressive. Yeah. Now, we're going to open up the hood. I'm going to set this down real quick because both hands are needed. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. One second. I'm also going to, I also need to wash this, but I'm going to wipe that off real quick. So, surprisingly, there's not much rust on this car. It's about that, and that's some of the worst of it. We have vacuum lines running everywhere. We have this here. That's our blow-off valve because there's a tiny old turb ski in there. It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, it's so tiny. We have an injector there that is leaking gas. That isn't good considering the exhaust is right there. So, oh, and the radiator hose isn't hooked up yet. The coil bracket's too small for this coil, so I had to improvise. This wire's cut. This, I don't know where this goes to. I've looked all over. It doesn't. It doesn't run at the moment because unknown reasons. That's about all we've got. And the battery's dead because, yeah. Because it's broke. We also have a green fender and angry eye, which that's thick black tape. Besides that, we have a NOS bottle overflow for the coolant, and we also have one right there. Because, you know, you never know when your car might overheat and you got to put one in the other, and yeah, it's a hazard waiting to happen. Just leave that there. We'll fix it. Anyways, the power steering does work when it runs. That's good news. Doesn't have AC because race cars don't need AC. And lastly, there's another wiring mess over here because wiring messes are a great thing, and that's about it for today. So, thanks everybody. I need to wash this now, and I'll I'll post that on Instagram after I wash it. So, thank you. Have a great day. Yes, this is a very, very good project. And hopefully, first things first, it'll be running correctly, and then I can fix all the little issues, because all it needs to do is go from point A to point B and have a little bit of fun doing it. And burnouts. It's got to do burnouts. That's one of the two classifications of a car. It must do burnouts, and it must get you from one point to another. Whether that's going down the track, you get from point A to point B, or if it's going around a track, or if it's your work car, or getting you to and from races, or anything like that. It's got to do a little bit. Thank you. That'll be about it. And electrical tape. So anyways, I hope everyone enjoyed. If you want to see more of this, leave a like and comment that, commenting's just optional if you want to. However, that'll be it. And follow me on Instagram at Just Another Car Channel. I post pictures there of just whatever's interesting and other things. Also, that's about it. Thank you, and have a great day.